All right, greetings everyone. This is Kaiser, staying in a light society, and we want to share some ideas with you right quick because that's what we do. Sharing the light. The light is the truth. The truth is the light. If you're staying in the light, you are experiencing the joy unspeakable because you're in heaven. You are in a heavenly state of mind if you live in truth because that's where the Creator is. You know, I've been here for a minute on this planet, and I've observed quite a few things. When I was young, you had these people trying to force themselves on other people, calling integration. They had people talking about black power, and you had white people standing up saying, "No, over my dead body, this ain't gonna happen." And they was painted as the enemy because they didn't want integration. Yeah, the pale man was looked on as an enemy. Quite a few of them, Farbus, Bull Corner. There was quite a few of them. They call them white supremacists. But they were standing up for us. I'm realizing now they were our friends because we couldn't see 50 years ahead the horrors of integration. We couldn't see it back then. That's why I never participated because I didn't know what they was doing because we had our own community. And I didn't, those people looked strange to me. I wasn't anxious to be around them. And they hated us. So why would you want to be around somebody who don't want to be around you? It was madness. It was just madness. So another madness was when they start talking about black power. Now, black and white, they are social statuses. If you look up the definitions, according to the government styles manual, white is related to people from North Africa, who ancestors from North Africa. That's what they say. Look it up, just recheck, fact check me. And black mean those who are descendants from Africa. And as a Moor, M-U-U-R, who have traced my ancestry here in America, to the Mississippian culture, which is the oldest culture on the planet. Fact check me. Why do they say white is from North Africa? Is because those are the rulers. Round about 7th century, a group of people they call Moors, they call them different names depending on the language. Moor, Muur, Muir. They went and took their they went to conquer Europe, It really wasn't a lot of conquering because the people were living like savages. They didn't have any modern conveniences that they did in that part of Africa where they came from. They came from gold kingdoms, so they had all the high education. So that's where the rulers came from. And the white, just the regular definitions, you look it up, it says white means purity. White means purity. And purity means God. Only God is pure, right? And he's the ruler, ruler of the land. Just like you have things like landlord. So who's the ruler of the land? It couldn't be white folks because they just got here. They was the real slaves. Fact check me. We was the rulers. That's not hard to imagine. Look at our talents now. It's not hard to imagine we was the rulers. So black always had a negative connotation because the people who defined it are opposite color. So if you light skinned, you're gonna give white good rap and black a bad rap because it's so different. It's the opposite. So black in this European is always something evil. It's not like that all over the world. A lot of cultures value dark dark skinned people as the rulers of the gods. Some people say Christ was dark skinned. And it's never black. It's always dark skinned, but they just don't want to say dark skinned. They want to say black because that's a status. That status means you have no standing in law. That's what black means in the West. It means you have no standing in law. Fact check me. So why would these so-called black people fight for black power when he's in a culture where black has no power? It's like he's fighting for a inferior status. You're fighting for inferior status if you go around talking about black power. So these was the traitors. They call them dirty Moors. They want to enslave the masses, the people who are indigenous to this land. See, because you look the same don't mean you're the same. There's a ruling class of so-called black, and there's another class who they want to keep as permanent slaves. They call it colored people. That's another name for them, colored people. Just like in Africa, the divisions are very, very strong. You dark skinned, you what they call Bantu. If you're light skinned, you are colored. Hell, I can talk about that colored because I know some people who are very colored. And yeah, over here in America, they're not so recognized as a distinct class. But if you watch them, they operate as a distinct class. Not all of them, but during the 70s, they were operating as a distinct class. And most of them who was doing that Black Power and NAACP, National Advancement for the Association for Colored People. See, they telling you right there. We want to advance us, colored people. Okay, let's see how much money we got. We're not going to be on it too much longer. Yeah, that was the main point, family. And this is a family broadcast to the membership, private membership community. So if you stumble here and you like the topic, you're welcome to stay. However, it's not really, it's family business, what I'm saying. So if you're not of the family, you probably wouldn't understand what we're talking about. You probably would be very antagonistic against what we're talking about because you're not of the family. You don't know what we're about. It just came to my mind because I do a lot of reflection these days, and I'm thinking about the so-called white people who was trying to keep us safe, keep our communities, keep our schools, keep our very lives, and we thought they was enemies. And then you had these black people, and some of them was dark skinned, and a lot of them were not from this land. They were from other places, and they was derail that movement and start talking about black power, meaning Silva Martus, meaning in law you have no standing. You have to read the Dred Scott decision case, see what that's all about. Supreme Court, Dred Scott, around 1857. See what that's about. They have no rights they are bound to respect. Why? Because you go by a label that takes you from being a man and you dishonor your creator, you dishonor your ancestors because you call yourself black. Now, your ancestors didn't call themselves black, so how can you be honoring them if you call yourself black? But that's all that's coming to an end. All that ignorance, people don't want to find out their roots of who they are. Don't want to take the time to do the research. Want to be lazy. Yeah, you're going to get a little help. It might be a little too late already because if you calling yourself African American, in law, you don't supposed to be here because African Americans are from South Africa who can trace their ancestry, but you say you're from Africa, but you can't trace it. So by law, they can send you back to Africa. Really, that's what they've been talking about for years, sending you back to Africa. Why? Because you call yourself an African. So why not send you back? Do your research. Don't come here asking me no silly questions. Probably not family. Probably some coming here like, who are you that I should? You don't even give a greeting when you come in. Why should I answer your question? Where do you come from? Why do you think you just let me go off on you, man? I don't know you and you don't know me. Well, that means it's time to go, y'all. We got an interloper in the room. A man coming to trying to get educated. No, you get educated yourself. I'm not here to educate you. I'm not here to educate you if you're not part of the family. Private, you know what that means? Private membership. Okay, to the family, I love you, family, and we'll be back next time. Peace.